When you're dealing with a narcissistic individual, more often than not, it's quite challenging to recognise that you're dealing with a narcissist, usually because we're unaware that these kinds of people exist and their behaviours, and also because the narcissist engages in psychological warfare, in games that you know absolutely nothing about. And the best way to defend yourself against these games often goes against who you are as a person. It goes against your compassion towards the person, your willingness to communicate and have honest and open communication with a person. Narcissists are known for their manipulative tendencies and their manipulative behaviours, and they use a variety of mind games to confuse, control and dominate other people. The tactics that narcissistic individuals use are designed to undermine your confidence, distort your reality, keep you off balance, isolate you from any forms of support, making it easier for the narcissist to manipulate the relationship to their advantage. One of the first games a narcissistic individual might play is their gaslighting. The narcissist gaslighting comes from the 1944 film Gaslight, which came from a play written by Patrick Hamilton, where the husband literally drove the wife crazy because he was looking to get a hold of her inheritance, so the money. And he would dim the gaslights and deny all knowledge of doing so. Gaslighting involves making you doubt your own perceptions, making you doubt your own memories, making you doubt your own sanity, claiming that what you heard you didn't hear, or what you saw you didn't see, or what you didn't see you did see, what you didn't hear you did hear. The narcissist can deny things that they've said or done. They can twist events or insist that you're misremembering things or you're misunderstanding them. The best way to deal with a narcissist and their gaslighting is to keep a record of events and conversations and facts. Trust your own memory, trust your own instincts. If possible, seek outside confirmation from trusted friends and family. Do not engage in debates with a narcissist. It's not going to get you anywhere. You might as well talk to a brick wall. Recognise their behaviour for what it is. Recognise them for who they are. Leave them be and focus on the reality that you know to be true. Triangulation is another game that narcissistic individuals play because they simply do not want people talking to each other, especially about them. Narcissists feed other people so many different lies. The last thing they need is people to come together and expose the narcissist for who they truly are. Narcissists will often also purposefully bring a third person into a relationship to create those feelings of jealousy. And then when you go to discuss how you are feeling with the narcissist, they gaslight you and they feel smug and special and they say, oh, is somebody jealous? It's not my fault you've got trust issues. They twist it straight back onto you. They look to make you feel insecure. They look to create competition. They look to make you look like the problem. Now, a narcissist, when they're triangulating you, they could bring in a real person or they could bring in an imaginary person. A narcissist can sometimes tell on themselves so they can come and inform you of something an imaginary person has done, which is actually what the narcissist did. The best way to handle the narcissist triangulation is to recognise the tactic and refuse to get drawn into the unnecessary drama, the unnecessary comparisons, the unnecessary rivalry, the unnecessary conflict. If the person is real, communicate directly with the other party if possible. Now, this will offend a narcissistic individual because the last thing they want is people talking to each other. Don't allow the narcissist to control your feelings through their triangulation. Narcissistic individuals will often use the silent treatment, and this can make you feel uneasy and on edge because you kind of get to know what their games are, and then when they fall silent, you can kind of worry what they're going to do next. Towards the end of the relationship, while you're in the relationship, their silent treatment punishes you. The narcissist goes all out to force silence on you, to withhold communication, to withhold affection, attention, and support, to make you feel isolated, to make you feel lonely, to make you feel guilty, to make you feel desperate for their approval, to train you to walk on eggshells, to serve them. The best way to handle the narcissist's silence is to recognise the game and no longer play. Do not chase after them or beg for communication. That is what they're desperately craving for from you. And even when you do, they can act like they're offended and tell you that they just want you to leave them alone. And if you leave them alone, they get offended. There's no winning with narcissistic individuals. Use their silence as time to safely focus on yourself and your well-being. Understand that their silence is a control tactic and doesn't reflect on your worth. Narcissists also use a lot of projection. What narcissists often accuse you of or others of is usually the behaviours that they display within themselves. In the narcissist triangulation, they can talk badly of your friends or your family, and they point out the flaws that the narcissist displays within themselves. Narcissists will accuse you of being the cheater. They will even set the stage to make you look like a cheater, a part of their gaslighting. They will send you a gift, but you don't know it's from them. And then when they turn up and see that you've got the gift, they ask who that gift is from, and you've got no clue. And all along it's them and their gaslighting. Narcissists will accuse you of being selfish. The second you try and assert your independence, they accuse you of being controlling. It's a way for the narcissist to deflect the blame and avoid responsibility for their behaviour. The best way to handle a narcissist projection is to recognise it for what it is. It's a deflection of their own failings, a deflection of their own faults. Don't get caught up in defending yourself against unjust accusations. By defending yourself, you're playing into the narcissist's hands. They're gaining that attention. Maintain boundaries such as emotional, psychological, and physical distance. Idolization, devaluation, and discard. It's a pattern of behaviour with a narcissist. At the beginning of a relationship, they shower you with attention, affection, and support. When they're hoovering you and looking to bring you back in, they shower you with attention, affection, and support and praise. Once they've secured what they need from you, they begin to devalue you. And once they've devalued you, they discard you all over again. The best way to handle this is be cautious of any new relationships that move too quickly or feel overwhelming or intense. Remain within your own mindset and listen to your own instincts. Maintain strong boundaries. Maintain a strong sense of self-worth and independence. And if it's somebody you've experienced before, recognise the cycle, recognise the games that they play, and don't get drawn in. Blame shifting. Whenever something goes wrong for a narcissistic individual, it's never their fault. They're always going to look for somebody else to blame so that they can avoid taking responsibility for their actions. They look to make someone else feel guilty. They look to scapegoat somebody else to take the fall for the narcissist's behaviour. The best way to handle their blame shifting is to stand firm in your understanding of the situation. Don't accept blame that isn't yours. It's important to set healthy boundaries and hold the narcissist accountable for their actions without taking on board the guilt. Future faking, where a narcissist is going to make grandiose promises about the future to keep you invested in the relationship or to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do. They're going to get to know all about you so that they can mirror you, so that they can sell you the future of your dreams, claiming that they want those things too. Whereby when it comes to a narcissist, their promises are rarely to never kept. Instead, they find a way to shift the blame onto you or gaslight you and claim that they never said that. The best way to handle this is focus on somebody's actions rather than their words. Don't make decisions based on promises about the future, especially when they've repeatedly broken promises to you in the past. Make your own plans independent of what the narcissist says, so that you don't feel frustrated, so that you don't feel let down. The best way to handle a narcissist overall is to set firm boundaries, such as emotional, psychological, and physical distance. Be clear within yourself of what behaviours you will and will not tolerate from other people, and stick to your boundaries. Narcissists will often go all out to test these limits, so you do have to stay safe and ride out the storm. Limit engagement with a narcissistic individual. Avoid engaging in their games, avoid getting drawn into their arguments. Now, narcissists can make this difficult. When they're not getting that desired reaction, they can keep coming to try and wear you down, which is why you need to limit the time you spend around them. Narcissists thrive on emotional reactions by staying calm, by staying detached, and by staying out of their mindset, by staying out of their zone. They're more likely to leave you alone. Seek support. Having that strong support system of friends, family, or therapists can help you stay grounded and maintain perspectives. Practice self-care. Focus on your own mental and emotional health. Narcissists are incredibly draining individuals to be around, so prioritize activities that rejuvenate you and reinforce your sense of self-worth. Hobbies, exercise, healthy eating, doing things that you find fun. Consider distance. The best way to handle a narcissist is don't go no contact. Leave them to go and live their life while you go and live yours. In many cases, the healthiest option is to reduce contact or go no contact with a narcissistic individual, especially when the relationship is severely damaging. Understanding the mind games that narcissistic people play helps you understand the things that you've experienced at the hands of this person. It helps you understand their behaviours, and it helps you distance yourself from their games and stop trying to communicate with them and recognise that they're very unwilling to communicate with you. Understanding the games helps protect yourself from the psychological manipulation that a narcissistic individual will try to put you through. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description, and I do have a couple of one-to-one spots available. If you're looking for further reading, I have several books out on Amazon: How to Create Boundaries Around Those Who Have No Respect for Your Boundaries, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is all about the criteria of the narcissistic individual and then their behaviours such as mirroring, future faking, devaluing, isolation, intimidation, their flying monkeys, Darvo. This is available on Amazon. I then have Hilarious and Horrifying Narcissistic Memes and Their Meanings, which is a relatively new book, which is all the quotes and memes that I've shared over social media over the past 6 or 7 years, and the meanings behind these, such as: a narcissist creates an environment of instability, insecurity, confusion, frustration, and fear to influence you into living life on their terms. Then there is 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain, because it's not always possible to go no contact. And Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal to recovery and empowerment, which is less about reading and more about writing, and it's all about self-awareness and acknowledgement, emotional healing, rebuilding your identity, empowerment and growth, building healthy relationships, creating boundaries and continuous progress. They are all available on Amazon if anyone would like to take a look at those. And the current offer is, if anyone is happy to purchase a book and leave a genuine 5-star review, the online breakthrough from narcissistic and emotional abuse course is available for free. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.